Today we're going to look at how to use the map module within Lightroom, but one specific part of it, how to add geotagging information, location information to images that you didn't have the geotagging turned on for your camera. Maybe you don't have geotagging on your camera, whatever it might be. So this is an easy way to add it to your images. And so what you'll see right up on the screen here is after I added GPS information, latitude, longitude, and then altitude. So you'll see that this is the information concerning it after I used the map module on my image. So in this part here we're in the library module, and obviously this is the metadata. I have some keywords that I've already put in here. So this is information is already done basically, but you'll see when we go to the map module that the information concerning where the image was taken isn't in it. So we'll click on the map module, and we're going to discuss the map module in of itself. So the map module is based upon Google Maps, so you need to be online when you're using this for it to work accurately. You have everything basically like a Google map that's on here. So you have your search, you can search, and we'll show you how to use that. You have your zoom function, just like if you're zooming on a regular map. You zoom in, zoom out. You could use your scroll bar on your or scroll wheel on your mouse. Just move around just like you were using Google Maps. You have the various hybrid road maps, satellite, terrain, etc., etc. You have it just like in Google Maps. You could also, if you hold your Alt key down and you have this little square, click it again. You can keep zooming in. And we could zoom out by using the control and the minus key. We could zoom out. There's a variety of ways you could navigate around there. Okay, you could, and then that was where I was close because on an image I had in the past. So you can see that it literally will get you pretty much wherever you want. If you know an address that you want to search, that you want to go to, so one of the images has is Solly Park. It's near me, and so we searched on that, and it came up Gertrude Solly Nature Park, and that's one of the images that we actually have in here, and it's showing it. But it's easy to just navigate to throughout the maps. So let's just go through the process of adding some of this information and some other fun things that are in the map module, or at least that I thought were fun, that makes it add different items to your images. Okay, so this image here, I know that I took this at Buttermilk Falls, and so I want to add some geotagging information to it so it makes it easier to find. If you post it onto social media, it seems to work very well. It tags it differently. I don't know exactly how it works, but it does tag it differently. I've posted images where I've geotagged, and without even mentioning that location in the post, they seem to be notified, and they will they like it or whatever they want to do with it, but a comment about it, I've had that on several occasions. So that, again, this is the image we're going to tag in the map module. So I know that this is Buttermilk Falls, so I type in Buttermilk Falls, and then I just hit search, and this is exactly where Buttermilk Falls is. So as we scroll in, now it's not going to go in deep enough to get us all the way to where the falls itself are. This is over on this section here. There's a falls in here. There's the railroad and things like that are going to be up above it. So I'm close enough. So there's a couple ways you could do this. You click the image, drag it right to where you want it to be, and release it, and it automatically put the information in there. So one thing that you could actually do is here in this title, you could say Buttermilk Falls. We'll say slow shutter. And then in the caption, and this is what often, like if you're posting to Facebook or other social media, it seems to want to put this right in the caption right away. Well, right in this caption area, you could enter in some information. Winter We'll put slow motion. And you have that. And you'll see that the original time, this is when I took it, this is obviously over a year ago, etc., this kind of stuff here. If you have more than one image clicked at the same time, and when you hit enter, it's going to ask you if you want to sync them. So we have this image here, we have it Bettermilk Falls, and basically that's done. So let's go to this one. All right, so I don't have any information in here. I do know that it is the same as one of the other images that we have. So we're just going to go back to Solly. And we'll hit enter, and it finds it. And we're going to see how far we can scroll in on that. So this is the house where I have some other images that I've taken, and it won't get real tight, but this is where the nature park is. So we're going to drag this one over to it and put it right there. And so it gave the GPS information. So we could title this Winter Pond and something very simple so when it posts. Or you could put, if you want your camera information to post there, whatever you want it to be. So I know that this image, so we're going to post here, so we didn't see the other one, I'm sorry. So this was the one we just did. And so this is another image I took, and was not too long ago, of the same area. That was the house, but it wasn't over by the lake. So we can now go to the map module, and it would be actually over here. So we could drag this right here, and it will give the information. So we could say we already have Solly Nature Park, it's in there. We could put steps, something simple just to highlight that. And so that's in there now with that. So you have all the GPS information. You could change some of this, that you anything you want in here. And again, this was the image itself. So let's just go to this one. So this one here is McConnell's Mill. Oh, I grabbed the wrong image. So somebody's birthday. Oh well. Okay, so I fixed it. We got the image that didn't have happy birthday on it. What I do just to fill in the blank here, so a lot of images I'll use for birthday cards, or maybe I'll post it on the Facebook when I see somebody's birthday. I typically will send them an image along with the happy birthday wishes and things like that. So that's how it ended up there. I apologize. So you have the develop. Now we're going to go to the map. And again, I know that this is McConnell's Mill. So let's see if we could find it. See if we spell it, if it will find it without any issues. And so even if you spell it incorrect, that's what I did on purpose, it actually found it. Okay, so we know that McConnell's Mill is large, and you could be all the way down there, you could be in different parts, you could be at the road. This is all the way down there, and this is where the actual mill is itself. And this image, so this is, I was taking it, I was standing here, and we were shooting this direction. So we could do one of two things. You could take and you could drag it to here, because that's what that represents. Or if you want to say where you took the image from, it's up to you. It is your information. You kind of like do whichever way you want with it. So for this example, though, I am going to take and move it to here. And you'll notice that when you mouse over it, the image pops up. Okay, so if you feel that it's this, you would rather have it exactly what it looked like, you could put it sort of right in there, and you'll see. If you have multiple images linked at the same location, you'll see them with a little arrow, and you'll see that they're going to show. So let's just finish off on this one. So again, we have this in here, so we can put McConnell's Mill. And this was done in the fall. And say, for example, you want to add something to this. So you want to add the camera information. And so let's go grab the camera information. We're going to put this in here. And hit enter. And so now, again, when you mouse over, you have that. So let's go to this one. We did this one before. And so you'll see we have two images, one that's here and one that's here. And so it shows up on your map module exactly where it is. So when you export it, it's going to have the information as I mentioned in the past. Now, I'd already geotagged this one, and I put that on here. So in fact, this was one of the images that I've posted that when I posted it, it alerted the person from Facebook on their page that this image was on there, and they quickly commented. So again, to recap, again, this is the simple portion of this. This is if you have nothing, as far as there's no addresses, you have no geotagging turned on. If you have geotagging turned on, there's actually a drop down here that it will automatically look up address information based upon the geotags that are already built in. And so if you turn this on now, so we're going to turn it on, and it will look through, but these were already tagged. Okay, so again, this is underneath your name here under Lightroom Classic. Right here is where you see it. So again, to quickly recap, you can mouse over once you put it, you see the images, and so if you have quite a few images that you've taken, you could just mouse over and see them where they are. Here's another. Again, you could zoom in either by using the mouse this way. You could use the search function to find addresses. You could zoom out using the control and the minus key. Keep going all the way out. You could use your scroll wheel to come all the way out, so you have that. So as you travel the world, you'll see all these that are geotagged that are out there. See how we have these. So again, a quick lesson on how to use the map module, and then when you are done, obviously you will export your images, and when you're done with them, along with all the information concerning your camera, lens, shutter speed, aperture, you'll see down here your GPS information, and then obviously the location on your computer where the image is located. So I hope this helped. If you have questions, please comment below, and we'll talk to you next time.